Hello, this is a presentation for the Higher Professional Diploma in Sport and Recreation Management, Unit 8, Design and Technical Operations. The aim of this presentation is to study two facilities, critically comparing and contrasting spatial, technical, environmental and energy efficient aspects of the design for each of the facilities. The two chosen case studies for this presentation are the Hawthorns School Sports Centre and Hazelwood School Sports Centre. Facility 1 we'll be looking at is the Hawthorns School Sports Centre. The Hawthorns School Sports Centre was opened in 2003 and its two main operating areas are the 20-metre pool and the 4 badminton court sports hall. The first area we're going to be looking at is the sports hall. The usage, looking at the line markings first of all in the hall, badminton courts are marked out in white, there's a football pitch in red, tennis courts in yellow, netball court in green. This should be red if you're following the industry recommendations by Sport England in terms of the colouring. The sizes, again, are slightly smaller than the recommendation for Sport England. The hall is actually 17 metres by 32 metres with 7.5 metres high. Recommendation for a multi-purpose sports hall by Sport England in 2012 was 20 by 34.5 by 7.5, which shows the Hawthorns School Sports Centre is slightly too small for the type of activities that happen there. Physical equipment, we've got basketball rings, 4 in total, 4 cricket nets, 1 side screen for the cricket net and 2 hall dividing nets. Looking at the specific features of the hall to start with, it's got a groundwood sports hall flooring blocks, 174mm by 57 by 10mm, laid on a 30mm cement sand fixing on top of a hollow core flooring. Surrounding walls is a brick outer wall, insulated with fiberglass with a breeze block inner wall which is white. White is a recommendation of colour from Sport England because it is anti-glare for the activities going on in the hall. Roofing, it's got a pitch roof with horizontally laid panels, steel outer and liner faces rigidly bonded onto a polyurethane foam core fixed on the steel beams which form the structure. Rebound boards all around the outside of the hall. These are made out of pine, 12 metres in height and 3 centimetres in depth. Heating system is Ambirad model number NOR-RAYVAC, located in the high pitch of the roof. It has 4 burners with a total heating of 100 kilowatts, main supply of 240 over 1/50. Lighting, 20 lights in rows of 4, there's 5 rows in total. Each lighting contains 400 watt sodium bulb. The lux levels in the hall measure 400 metres and this is in line with the Class 3 recommendation. Storeroom doors, there's 3 sets of double doors and storerooms measuring 2 metres by 90 centimetres for each single door. There's flush door handles. The height of these doors means that trampoline beds don't actually fit in the stores, so we don't have a trampoline activity at this facility. Extraction fans, manufactured by Vent Axia. There's 2 fan system located in the ceiling, 300mm fan diameter, main supply 240 over 1/50. Fire exits, you can see the fire exits here with an emergency light, emergency evacuation alarm, 2 recessed panic bolt bars and rebound boards on the bottom. These doors are flush. There's 4 in total in the hall. Power sockets, these are made out of stainless steel, flush against the wall. There is 5 in total in the hall. The measurements of the hall is a 32 by 70 metre hall. You can see the 4 lanes of cricket nets here, 4 basketball nets with a side screen for cricket. There is a dividing curtain here which comes out and splits the hall into 3 sections. It's interesting to see the cricket nets here, the gap here between the 2 nets here is only 2 metres, which means it isn't large enough for drop-down basketball nets at each end. The recommendation for Sport England for that is actually a 3.4 metre gap. You can see the 3 store cupboards here and the fire exits. Moving on now to look at the Hawthorns School Sports Centre swimming pool. Swimming pool is 20 metres in length by 9 metres wide. It's 0.9 metres in the shallow end and 1.9 metres in the deep end with approximately 45,000 gallons of water in the pool. It's got 4 diving boxes which are fixed, 2 sets of swimming pool covers, lifeguard chairs, quantity 2, 3 pool booms, swimming pools with surround seating is 8 benches and 4 pool steps. The first main feature to look at is the Recotherm air handling unit, which controls the humidity of the pool levels. This is a really energy efficient system. It maintains a constant temperature of 32 degrees. This is 1 degree warmer than the actual pool temperature, and that is recommended from the HSE Managing Swimming Pools recommendation, which is really important. It also has sensors inside the building and outside, so it measures daily temperature as well. There's also a switch that is used overnight when the pool covers are on, so this reduces the amount of heating that's going into the pool area. It's got a pitch roof, steel outer and liner faces rigidly bonded on polyurethane foam core. The pool is supported by steel frames. Walls and structure, it's again a brick outer, breeze block inner, with windows going down both sides of the pool with 2 fire exits on either side. This is single glazed glassing. Balance tank is in the shallow end, 2 strengthened plastic covers which are easily lifted out. It's a deck level pool. The filtration system comes in at the gullies on the sides. Lighting, it's got 6 sodium bulbs, each bulb is 400 watts. The average lux is approximately 300, which gives it a class 2 recommendation. Deck sockets that go down the sides of the pool, which helps to put booms in to divide the pool up for swimming lessons. The pool boiler is an Alpha 300-320 LPHW fuel type oil, heating capacity of 230 kilowatts. It heats the pool to a contract temperature of 31 degrees. The recommendation for a teaching pool is 29 degrees by the HSE Managing Health and Safety in Swimming Pools, but the temperature is slightly warmer than that because of baby swimming lessons we have in the pool. We have very young children, so the pool temperature is kept up slightly. Pool dosing units, it's sodium hypochlorite liquid and a sodium bisulfate powder. Also within there is an ozone disinfection unit. This helps to keep the chloramine levels killed off, and also helps to keep the combined chlorine levels low. It's an extra form of dosing and disinfecting the ozone. Pool filtration unit is a basic sand. It has 2 pumps, only one in operation at each time, which pump the water around in a closed loop system. Now looking at the spatial design of the pool, again 20 metres by 9 metres, 4 fixed diving blocks, benches on the outside for spectators, 2 fire exits, balance tank in the shallow end with 2 pool covers with the entrance to the pool. These are portable pool covers and are stored at this end. Now looking at the lane covers, you can see the lane markings here with the 4 entrance steps in the corners of the pool. The yellow lines represent where the pool boom covers go, the sockets are in the side which are mentioned split the pool up. Now looking at the Hazelwood School Sports Centre, this is where the comparison now starts. First of all, the Hazelwood Sports Centre was owned by the Hazelwood School. It was opened in 2006. It has 2 main features, the swimming pool, which was first constructed in 1981, and the sports hall, which was opened in 2006. Interestingly enough, the pool was refurbished in 2012. Hazelwood School Sports Centre Sports Hall is the first part of the facility we're going to look at. It's, again, 80 metres by 34, 7.5 metres high. Only slightly smaller than the recommendation for Sport England for a multi-purpose sports hall. Again, the length is just 0.5 metres difference. It has badminton courts, football pitch markings, tennis courts and basketball courts. The tennis courts are in blue. Sport England recommends yellow for courts for tennis, and the netball court is in orange. It should be red. Physical equipment, 6 basketball rings, 4 going across the court and 2 end-to-end. Cricket nets, sight screen and hall dividing nets. Features, groundwood floor, surrounding walls, again an insulated middle, fiberglass with a brick outer and a breeze block. And there you can see the colour of this hall is green, again another recommended colour which produces anti-glare for playing facilities by Sport England. Roofing is a pitched roof with horizontal lay panels fixed on steel beams which form the structure. Rebound boards around the outside, these are 8 centimetres in height, 3 centimetres in depth. These are made out of pine wood. Heating system is an Ambirad model NORYC, again exactly the same as the Sports Centre. Same 100 kilowatt heating and main supply 240 over 1 over 50. The lighting, 16 lights in rows of 4 rows in total. The lux levels in the hall measure 500. That's in line with the Class 3 recommendations, 100 lux better than the Hawthorne School Sports Centre. Store cupboards, these are 2.5 metres in height, which means that it gives enough height for trampoline beds to fit in. So trampoline is another activity that the hall can be used for. These have got flush handles on to prevent people catching themselves when they're playing. Extraction fans, there's 2 fan systems located in the ceiling. Fire exits, there's 2 in the hall, 1 double door fire exit, 1 single door at the far end. Power sockets, again stainless steel covered sockets, 6 in total in the hall. Again, these are flush, preventing any hazards when people are running past. Looking at the dimensions of the hall, it's 34 metres by 80 metres. We've got the 2 sets of cricket nets here, the 4 nets in total, with 4 basketball courts around the outside, the store cupboards here. Interesting to see, with the cricket nets out, there's a gap of 4 metres between these 2 nets, which means that we can have end-to-end basketball. The recommendation for Sport England is 3.4 metres gap between the nets for the basketball. This has 4, which means this has extra basketball nets end-to-end. Looking also, the hall has dividing nets which come out here, which splits up the hall. There's also the sight screen for the cricket. Now moving on to looking at the Hazelwood School Sports Centre swimming pool. Diving blocks, 2 in total. These are fixed. Swimming pool covers which are fixed at the shallow end. Pool surround seating, 8, which is 6 benches, and pool steps 1. It's 15 metres by 6.5 metres. Shallow end of 0.7 metres, deep end of 1.6, holding approximately 30,000 gallons of water. The swimming pool features, it has an air handling unit. It's a basic system which comes from the breeze block end of the pool, which is at the shallow end. Heats the pool to 35 degrees C, which is extremely warm. This is a very old system they have here. The walls, roofs and structure. It's breeze block wall at the near end. It's double glazed patio windows and entrance doors stretching 5 metres down one side of the pool. It's got a polycarbonate roof and walls with a steel frame, 25mm thick. The pool decking is a granularised non-stick rubber floor. The lighting is 6 2-metre tube lighting. It's got a lux of about 180, which is very low. Lighting quality in this pool is not great. Pool boiler, oil-fueled boiler, manufactured Certikin. It's a Canadian company. It's 50 kilowatts output. Pool temperature 29 degrees, which is in line with the recommendations from the HSE managing swimming pools safely. Recommendation 29 for a teaching swimming pool. The air temperature is 35 degrees, really for the pool. The air temperature should be 30 degrees, again 1 degree warmer. The pool dosing unit is a disinfection of sodium hypochlorite and sodium bisulfate. The bisulfate is powder, hypochlorite is liquid, with a Baylor analyte, measuring the levels and keeping that constant. A pool filtration system is sound filtration with 1 pump. It's on a closed loop system. Looking at the dynamics of the pool, the layout 50 metres, 6.5, fixed diving blocks at the deep end. Pool covers fixed at the shallow end with the entrance steps in that corner there, benches around this side of the pool. You can see it's a 4, although a smaller pool, it's got the 4 lanes in the pool as well. Entrance to the pool is this end. Now looking at the evaluation of both halls, starting with the sports halls. Both halls' initial design was to provide a multi-purpose playing area. Both halls are slightly smaller than the recommendation from Sport England 2012. The Hawthorn School Sports Centre is the smaller of the 2. They're very similar style roofs, pitched with horizontally laid panels. Both halls have systems that run ambi-rad heaters, using LPG fuel as a fossil fuel, which is slightly better than any other CO2, coal or oil, which is better for the environment. The wall design of both halls is similar, both insulation with a breeze block inner and a brick outer. Both halls have grounded floors. Rebound boards in both halls, again these are useful for hockey. Both halls have similar markings, although as we've presented, they don't necessarily meet up with Sport England colour recommendations. The big difference is the Hazelwood Hall having the end-to-end basketball nets because of the 3.4 metre gap that's in between the cricket nets. Fire exits are present in both halls. The lighting of both facilities differs. Hazelwood Sports has a much better lux level. Both facilities have similar extraction fan setups. Now looking at the swimming pools comparisons, the Hawthorn School pool is larger than that of Hazelwood, larger by 5 metres in length and 2.5 metres in the width. Hazelwood having 2 diving blocks that are fixed, Hawthorn having 4. Both swimming pools have similar dose and disinfection units. The decking of both pools is different. Hawthorn has a non-slip tile, whereas Hazelwood has a non-slip granularised rubber floor. The surround of both pools differs greatly. There's a polycarbonate roof of the Hazelwood pool, whereas the Hawthorns has a roof which is steel. Hazelwood also has this polycarbonate covering around the outside, which the Hawthorns is a brick and window. The only difference being that the windows at the Hawthorns aren't double glazed. The Hawthorns pool roof is made out of steel, which retains the heat, certainly a lot better than the polycarbonate roof of Hazelwood. Now moving on to just recommendations, and I picked the Hawthorn School to make some recommendations for improvements. The first thing we would do is look to employ or promote somebody of the staff to be the energy champion. They could then monitor monthly usage and set targets for the sports centre to reduce its energy consumption, create an energy policy, increase maintenance of facilities. At the moment, electrical goods, the heaters, electrical products are having an annual service. We'd look to improve this service, make them run more efficiently, have the services every quarter. Looking to turning off lights signs around the sports centre, having those signs and lights, encourage people to turn the lights off. Have light sensors in the sports hall, so if they're not being used and the lights are left on, they will turn off themselves. Using energy as saving light bulbs in the store would be another way to save on energy. At the Hawthorns, we look to reduce the pool temperature from 31 to 30 degrees C. This would again reduce the amount of heating needed for the pool, the consumption of the oil in the boiler by 1 degree. Customers would not notice a huge difference, but there would be a difference then in the saving of the fuel used to heat the pool. And again, it will be closer to the recommendations from the HSE Managing Health and Safety. And then finally, looking to increase the showering of swimmers, do an awareness campaign, letting our customers know the importance of showering and how we could cut back on using the chemicals that clean the pool for the extra dirt coming in for people that aren't showering properly. Thank you very much. That ends my presentation. Here is the bibliography.